Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team Rocks Under Pressure. I am Samadori and my teammates are Murahusubha Choudhury and Ume Hatimullah. Let's start with a story. Back in 2008, people in pavilions started to complain about the bad taste and odor in their drinking water. Inquiry proved that groundwater in that area was contaminated with high amount of toxic chemicals. Similar cases can be found in remote Pennsylvania, Parker County, Texas, and other areas in the western US. All these areas had one thing in common. They were all near oil and gas fields. In another case in Bangladesh, a dangerous well occurred in Tamarina gas field in 2005 during the drilling of Chatok 2. The area faced many problems. Groundwater contamination is one of them. So this is what we are going to discuss today: vulnerability of groundwater resources of hydrocarbons
and contaminate the groundwater. Overexploitation of oil and gas can cause ground subsidence, which can alter the hydrogeology of the formation and can affect on groundwater movement. There was a gas blowout in Pennsylvania gas field in 2005. It was reported that gas was seeping into the tubules and lab wells near the gas field. 12 groundwater samples were collected, and after analysis, the presence of methane was found in groundwater.
The risks of groundwater contamination that my teammates have discussed so far are commonly associated with one special kind of hydrocarbon extraction method. It is known as hydraulic fracturing or simply fracking. Fracking is the method of extraction of oil and gas from unconventional reservoirs to meet the ever-increasing demand of fossil fuels. In fracking method, horizontal drilling is done in the desired reservoirs through which fracking fluid, composed of water, sand, and some chemicals, are injected. These fluids exert pressure to the reservoir and the formation cracks. Through these cracks, petroleum enters the drilling pipe and hydrocarbon is exploded. This method of fracking poses some potential risks of groundwater contamination. The risks include, but are not limited to, leakage through any of the components of the fracking technology that is used. The fracking fluid, which is highly toxic, and also the wastewater generated through this process, may seep into the nearby aquifers. The horizontal well that is used in fracking is subjected to more pressure than the vertical well, and this may lead to casing failures. Gas might migrate into nearby aquifers through these artificial cracks and also cause groundwater contamination. Now that it is established that groundwater resources are indeed vulnerable to hydrocarbon extraction, the question arises is what we can do about it. Should we switch to alternative energy resources? Should we introduce new methods of hydrocarbon extraction? Are any of these options efficient enough? Are they economically feasible? Unfortunately, the answer is a big fat no, at least for now. 80% of the global energy demand is still made by fossil fuels, and it's not going to change in the near future. So the question we should be asking is not what we can do, but what we can do immediately. Proper laws and policies have to be introduced and practiced to protect groundwater resources, and these laws have to be enforced if necessary. The oil and gas fields should be regularly monitored and maintained to prevent any groundwater contamination. These are the measures that have to be taken immediately so that in the process of utilizing one natural resource, we don't simply lose the other. These are our references.